see it's quite a pretty pattern. So it's 4-ply yarn, and I've used larger needles than I should. Normally you'd knit 4-ply on 3mm needles, but in this case I've used 3.5 deliberately because I want the lace to be more open. Written instructions to this glove can be purchased from the castingoncouch.com. So let's get started. Begin this glove by casting on 50 stitches and divide work so that needle 1 has 10 stitches and needles 2 and 3 have 20. What I am about to show you now is equivalent to a row 1, so let's begin by knitting 2, then we're going to slip 1 and knit 2 together and pass the slip stitch over. Continue to knit 3, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, and repeat that sequence throughout. Let's show that again without the narration. Rows 2, 4 and 6 knit to the very last stitch and slip it onto the left needle. Now this doesn't apply to row 8. Row 8 is a plain knit round without any transferring of the last stitch. Rows 3, 5 and 7 are more or less the same as row 1. There's one difference in that as you get to the end of needles 1 and 2 you need to borrow a stitch in order to maintain the flow of the lace stitch repeat. We've covered all that you need to complete rows 1 to 8 of the main repeat. We're now going to do row 9. Row 9. Knit 2, yarn over and knit 1, yarn over again, then knit 3. Next, slip 1, knit 2 together and pass slip stitch over and knit 1. For rows 11, 13 and 15, knit 1 from the left needle as required in order to carry out the repeat, which is the same as row 9. Rows 10, 12 and 14 knit the entire round. Then what you're going to do is knit 1 from the left needle, that's needle 1, knit it onto needle 3, and this prepares you for the following round. This is not necessary on row 16. Row 16 is a plain knit round without any transferring of any stitches. Those 16 rows complete this lace pattern repeat. Work this lace pattern until row 27, continue with the repeat, and then we'll be ready to move on to the thumb section. I'm going to use the next 2, 4, 6, 7 stitches here to get some contrast or waste yarn and knit 7, or the amount of stitches that's suitable for your thickness of yarn. Once you have your 7 knit stitches in waste yarn, turn the work and work the reverse, and you're working purlwise back to the beginning point of the waste yarn. So what this waste yarn is doing is reserving your stitches for picking up later when you're ready to do the thumb. So now we've got that insert reserved, we can just continue the lace stitch repeat pattern. So remembering that we're on row 28, keep going with the repeat until row 44. If you don't want to do the eyelets and little tie detail, just continue to row 48. Join me in part 2 where I'll continue with the thumb detail and the individual fingers. So thanks for watching.